All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, I've been seeing a lot of videos lately on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. People have been moving down to Atlanta thinking that this place is the land of milk and honey. They saw a Tyler Perry movie, they watched some music videos, they saw the Migos, and they moved down here thinking that people was gonna just welcome them with open arms. All the black folks was just gonna want to network with them and cook food with them, and just it was all gonna be buddy, and it didn't happen. They had a tough time down here. They sat in traffic, they lost their patience and went home broke, busted, and disgusted, never to return back to this great city. I'm gonna tell you why. Atlanta's not on easy mode no more, y'all. That was back in the day. This is not the same Atlanta that produced Walk It Out. This is not the same Atlanta that was Laffy Taffy. This is not that Atlanta anymore. I don't know what to tell y'all. I've been living down here my entire life, okay? And I've seen these changes. I've seen these changes go up and down, up and down. And I gotta tell you, y'all have been bamboozled by Hollywood. Bamboozled. Y'all gotta stop it. Stop it. I'm gonna tell you why. All right, so in the early 2000s, as you know, we gained a big reputation with the rap music, all the bubblegum rap, as they call it, blah, blah, blah. We gained that rep and people started looking our direction, okay? And then, 2010-ish, I want to say 2012, around that time, Tyler Perry got real big. And Tyler Perry is one of the biggest producers, directors from Atlanta. So, just naturally, people started looking in our direction. And then by 2015, we started getting the major rappers being from Atlanta. Everybody started looking at us from the rap game now, because every single major rapper was from Atlanta at that point. Like, we had the biggest hitters. I mean, we kind of still do, but we had the biggest hitters. And then come on, by 2020, we took it over the rap industry. All the film companies were down here. I mean, you got Netflix making Cobra Kai down here. You got the Avengers being made down here. So many film studios, so many companies opening. Like, it literally boomed. Okay. And this became everybody's source of, I'm taking my ass to Atlanta. But then they got here and they spent a couple of years and they didn't like it. One thing I think people failed to account for was the traffic. Now, the traffic is terrible. I've been to LA, I've been to Miami, I've been to these places that quote unquote have high traffic. It's not like Atlanta traffic. Nah, it's not like it down here. You will sit in your car for hours and not move. Not only that, a water boy will come up to your window, tap your glass, and be like, hey, you better buy this damn water. Your girl gonna be in the passenger seat like, babe, do you have $1 for this water? Cause I don't feel safe. Look, it's not that cookie cutter dream that everybody says it is. Okay. You got to have some type of hustler mentality to move down here. And I'm not talking about some Midwest hustler mentality. I'm talking about, you got to have like a New York hustler mentality. I tell people all the time, this is basically New York of the South. This is New York of the South. Okay. And I tell other people, same prices as Miami. We just don't got no beach. It's the same thing, same flexing, all this stuff. But yeah, you're going to sit in traffic and you may not be able to catch a bus. I hope you don't want to catch a bus. Look, if you catch a bus in Atlanta down here, you're going to be sitting next to a crackhead. I guarantee you. You're going to be sitting next to a crackhead. You're going to be sitting next to somebody that stank with flies. Okay. You have to own a car. Do not move down here if you don't own a car. For my expert people that's planning on moving down here, and you got to play this game on expert mode, on demon mode, okay? Make sure you have a car before you move down here. Everything is 30 to 45 minutes away. Atlanta is 45 minutes away from Atlanta, okay? And then when you come back, it's another hour. It may be an hour. A raccoon could be dead on the street. It ain't no telling what happened. There's a hashtag that goes around on Instagram that says Atlanta is not a real place. Okay. It's really like that down here. You may see horses walking, a peacock, you may see a crackhead doing a dance on the side of the road. Like, it's so much going on. We got everybody. We got white folks, Asians, Brazilians, Africans. We got Native Americans, everybody down here getting their little piece of the pie. But I guarantee you, everybody down here that's winning has a supreme hustler mentality. Like, you gotta have that hustler mentality. That's why people from New York, they usually do good when they come down here. They make friends, they network, and they get it going. You know what I mean? They have paper when they come down here, man, because they already got that mentality. But let's continue. Be prepared for this weather. A lot of people wasn't prepared for this heat, for the cold. We have extreme weather down here. It be hot as hell. Not only do it be hot, we got bugs, y'all. Oh, you poor souls. You poor souls. Y'all ever seen a palmetto bug? I hope, if you've never seen one, I hope you never have to see one in your life. Imagine a flying cockroach that's about 10 times the size of a regular cockroach. Okay? And get this, they don't come around because you dirty or nothing or filth. They come from outside on the trees and in the lakes and the creeks and in little pockets of water in the ground. Like it doesn't matter how clean you are. You may see one crawling up your wall, coming out your drain, in your garage. You're going to see them. They're huge. It's like God punished us by creating these things. I don't know why. Look, I've been living here my whole life. I've been seeing them around my whole life. And guess what? They still scare the hell out of me. I'm a big ass dude. They still scare the hell out of me. I kill them, but they still scare the hell out of me. Okay? So be aware of that. Okay? Don't come down here thinking we ain't got bugs, flies, and mosquitoes, because they out here. Okay? Make sure you come out with some repellent. But anyway, make sure you have a car. Make sure you account for the heat. Make sure you account for the traffic. Make sure you account for the water boys that's going to be out in the street harassing you to buy a Gatorade or something. Make sure, look, I say it all the time. Atlanta's not for introverts. If you're an introvert, don't come down here. We're going to want to talk to you. Okay? People are going to be in your face asking you if you want to buy stuff. It's like India. You know, you see the videos of them people walking through India and people just walking up to them with sunglasses and stuff. That's how it is. You walking downtown. People gonna walk up to you with all type of fake watches and stuff. You got to be able to look them in the face and be like, nah, bro, I'm good. You can't be easily taken advantage of. Okay, this is the land of opportunity, don't get me wrong, but it's also the land of opportunists. These people are down here to make a buck off you. Don't get it twisted. Everybody you see that lends a helping hand is not really lending you a helping hand. They got a knife behind that mouth, okay? And they're gonna cut your hand as soon as you reach out and grab it. They're gonna cut it, steal your blood, and go sell it to the highest bidder. That's how they work down here, man. I mean, it's dog eat dog. You know, it's not one of those things where you come down and there's just people helping you. Like, bro, you're not going to get any help. You can network, but then again, our networking down here is very cliquish. They don't like to let new people in. So if you're not from here or you don't have rapport with anyone from here, you may have a hard time networking. Or pre-network where you at first before you come down here. Make sure you in good with whatever industry you want to be in. I don't know, comedians, music people, you know, whatever. Make sure you're already in that industry and you are putting something forward for them. Because if not, you're just going to come down here and they're going to look at you like a loser. You're going to be looked at as a bozo. Okay, our urban crowd is crazy. We have a huge urban crowd down here. I mean, way bigger than any other city that I've been to. And our urban crowd is alive all throughout the night. It's like Vegas. Like Atlanta doesn't sleep, just like Vegas doesn't. Like the parties go on all night. Remember that song, We Don't Stop Till 6 in the morning? That's real. Okay? Atlanta PD be out there, they don't care. Atlanta PD does not care that people party till 6 in the morning. They don't care. There's a city ordinance that clubs supposed to be closed at 3. You think clubs really closing at 3? Ask anybody from Atlanta if they have a party downtown and actually had to go home at 3 o'clock. They never did. Them clubs stay open, man. All right. They don't care. But you got to be prepared for that. You got to be prepared to interact with urban people. You got to be prepared to interact with hood people. Honestly, it's going to be hood people wherever you go. It don't matter what district you in. Okay. It don't matter what city you in. You can be in Buckhead, Roswell, Kennesaw. It don't matter where you at. It's going to be some hood folks there. And you got to be able to interact with them at one point or another and it not be problematic. And you can interact with hood people. You just have to do it a certain way. You know, you can't say the same things you say to like, the suburban people to the hood people. They may take it a certain way. You may find yourself in an altercation and then you're going to start hating Atlanta because of the people. But it's not really the people. It's the culture. So yeah, and the crime, man. The crime is, I'm going to say it like this. Watch yourself. Okay, I mean, when I go out, I carry my heater with me everywhere I go. It's just like a natural thing. It's like I'm grabbing my phone. I grab my heater and I go out. You know, I mean, it's the South. It's legal down here to concealed carry without a permit, and you can open carry too. But I mean, you know, do what you do. But all I'm gonna say about the crime is, make sure you tint your windows. If you plan on moving down here and staying down here, go ahead and purchase you a firearm. And don't leave your don't leave your car in a weird place. I know this may sound crazy. Pay for parking everywhere you go. If you don't pay for parking, you pretty much understand that your car has a 50-50 chance of getting broken into. When you come back, your window may be broken. It is what it is. We got a lot of homeless people down here too. I don't think homeless people be breaking into cars. It'd be the YNs really. But we do got a big homeless population down here. I mean, anybody from Atlanta can tell you, if you ever went out to a club downtown or a bar downtown or some type of event, it's a good chance you probably stepped over like 5 or 6 homeless people to get into the club. You be fresh as hell, smelling like Versace in a $500 suit. You stepping over a homeless person so you can get into the club. Like that's the culture down here. Like you really will do that. So you got to be prepared to, have a strong heart. You can't be out there giving everybody your money too, because you're going to run out of money. I'll tell y'all, this is like New York, but it's Atlanta. It's just like a southern New York. That's all it is. But yeah, these network opportunities, they are out here. Don't get it twisted. People will network with you out here and you can make it big. Is it likely that you'll make it big? No. Is it likely that you'll be successful? No. It's only for the real hustlers that have to come out here and you hammer down on that networking. When I say hammer down, I mean every day, non-stop, you in people's face. That's the only way they're going to take you seriously, because there's somebody doing that already and you just have to be better than them. That's how it works. But yeah, you got to have them connections. If you don't, it's going to be hard for you. I'm going to tell you something about the culture down here. It's a fake it till you make it culture. Okay. This is the land of people spending money they don't have to impress people they don't know. Essentially, that's what they do. You're going to see a lot of rented sports cars out here. You're going to see a lot of people spending money that they don't have in the club. A lot of people at Saks Fifth Avenue going crazy, spending up loads of money on their credit card, buying stuff that they're going to take back next week. You're going to see a lot of that down here. But that's just the culture. That's just how it is. People love to flex. I tell you, it's like Miami without the beach, without palm trees. It's the same thing. We got the BBL girlies out here and all that stuff, okay? We got strip clubs on every block, liquor stores on every block. I mean, it's Atlanta. It's the place you come to party, okay? It's the place you come to turn up, as they say, right? But here's my thing. If you do decide to move here and you are one of those expert top tier supreme hustlers and you plan on moving out here, make sure, and I probably don't have to tell you this because you're a hustler, have a plan, okay? Have something in place. Have your job already in place, your moving situation already in place, where you done signed the lease to the place you finna live. You already receiving paychecks from that new job, or you got a start date and all that stuff. Because if you don't, and make sure you have a car. Don't come down here trying to rent a car. Have a car, purchase a car, drive down here, okay? Or have a car be ready to be purchased when you get down here. If not, you're gonna have some trouble. Okay? Because it sucks looking for a car. So make sure you have that already done. Do your research. Do your research on the places that you're living at, okay? Everybody moves down here and they think Buckhead is like... Buckhead is like glitter and rainbows, bro. Buckhead will take you up through there, bro. Them folks will be in your car so quick in Buckhead. Let me tell you something. Your whole car will get stolen in Buckhead at one of them big high rises. You just don't know, man. You just don't know. People be stealing like a mug in Buckhead. Anyway, but yeah, do your research on these cities. Okay, when you find a zip code you want to move to, Google that zip code and Google the crime rate in that zip code in comparison to crime rates in other zip codes. Easy. I don't know why people don't do that. Easy. That way, you can sleep a little safer at night knowing ain't nobody finna kick down your door. And again, I hate to reiterate this, but please purchase you a firearm. I don't care if you don't like guns. It's always better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, because that could cost you your life one day. You gotta be careful with that. And don't listen to people's success stories when they say, oh, I moved down here and I was successful. That doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. Everybody's story is different when they move down here. Yes, some people move down here and become millionaires, okay? Because it is a lot of shit going on. So it's a lot to capitalize on. Yes, of course. But some people come down here, I'm going to say most people come down here and get overwhelmed. It's overwhelming, okay? Not only is it overwhelming, everybody is in competition with each other. You think you're the only one selling African soaps in Atlanta? You think you're the only one doing braids in Atlanta? You think you're the only one with a food truck that sell taquitos and that? Man, look, let me tell you something. For everything you're doing, it's 25 other people doing it 10 times better than you. You have to figure out a way to corner the market and solidify your niche so that you are doing something that they can't do, and you are giving your customers something that they can't get elsewhere. That's literally it, point blank, period. Your quality has to speak for itself. I don't care what your product is, what your niche is. Your quality has to speak for itself down here. You can't just get away with doing the bare minimum. And that goes for anything, especially beauty. Oh, ladies, do not come down here thinking that you're going to make it in the beauty industry because we got so many sisters out here. The fact that we got so many sisters out here means it's that much more competitive, okay? And you know how it is when you steal somebody's customer, they come for your throat. So be careful with that. Be careful with that. And some people talk about the ratio of Atlanta, like there's like 10 men to 1 woman in Atlanta. No, it's not. It's not. It's almost equaled out. It's almost balanced. Make sure that, like I said, you have a plan. Make sure that you come down here, you have a car. Make sure you come down here and you have resources already in play. Make sure you come down here and you know people. You have a community already being pre-established. Because if you don't, Atlanta will chew you up and eat you. Okay? This is not the place. Tyler Perry lied to you. Well, I mean, he didn't lie, but I mean, it's not that place anymore. It stopped being that place about 10 years ago, to be honest with you. So yeah, all my real Supreme hustlers, come down here, do your thing, make your money. It's a lot of money to be made out here. Everybody else, until you level up to that Supreme hustler mentality and you really with it, like you are tooth and nail about your trade, stay where you at until you get there. And then if you won't, come down here. I guarantee you'll do great if you have that mentality. But if you don't, it will eat you up and spit you out. All right. Now I want to know what y'all think. I know we got a lot of opinions about Atlanta, so I want to know what y'all think in the comments. And if you like what you hear on this video, you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be right with you. Peace.